Okay, what's up, everyone? It's me back again with a new video to code your brain. So, in this episode, we are finally going to combine our previous two projects, the user authentication system and To-Do app. This means we will make our To-Do app work for only logged in users. And yes, today we will also be using middlewares for the first time. So before we jump in, just a small reminder, I am not a pro developer or an expert. I'm learning as I go, so if you have something that can be done better, please feel free to share a suggestion in the comments. That help me improve and help others watching too. Okay, alright, sounds good. Then without any delay, let's go and start working. Let's open our VS Code. We will continue from our previous episode up to where we have done the authentication. I did the same things, but with few changes. Before I did the generating token as a part of this controller part, but in this time I make it as a function in the utils, and it just does like this. As you can see, you can also do the same way, and it can be generated a new token over here from this way. In the register we use new user.id, and in the login we use user.id. So this is what it happens. After that, let me close this everything. I just have to create some folders, files for the To-Do app. Before that, let me see on the ChatGPT. I asked for the folder structure and few things. It shows like this. Let me show you the chat from the above. Yeah, here's the things. I just need a to-do controller, a middleware for Auth middleware, a model for to-do, and a root for to-do roots. And that is all what we have to add next. So it's not a big deal. We can do it as we have already done things in the episode 2. So let me see what other things it have said. Art middleware should be like this. It says is beer token and things is Suno token. Yeah. Let's get to do. Okay, no problem. Okay, let's go and build with our folder. So art controller, we have to create a file names to controller, and at model we have to create one more file todo.model.js, and at the root we also need a one more root, that is todo.roots.js. And yeah, we only need these three things. So before, let's create our model. Const express, no express, it's mongoose. Mongoose equals to require mongoose. After that, we need to make a schema. To do schema equals to mongoose dot schema. Basically, our to do app, what kinds of schemas? Just like title or description. Do we need description or not? For just a simple to dos, I think we don't need to do description needed. But also, let me see what it gave. To do schema is like title, description, strings, and a user. Let me ask what is. I need schema for to do. It says like title, description, completed or not, due dates, priority, and reference to a user. So types is Mongo schema types dot object ID. Its reference should be a user. That user we have already created over here. This one. This should its reference should be this. Okay. And type title there, title description. It should be trim required true. Title is required. Boolean priority. Let's not use the priority one. We only gonna use the completed due date. Um. It's okay. Let's add everything. Yeah. Let's add everything. No problem. Its type should be of string and required equals to true. String equals to true. After that, we need description. This tag was a string. I think we don't need trim. Yeah, it's not required. Just we need trim equals to true and completed. We completed. Be type of type of boolean, and its default should be false. Yeah, I guess that much. And we have to create an enum for the priority one, I guess. Priority and its type is obviously what is type also string, and it has the enum values are low, medium, and high. Its enum value should be like this, I guess. Yeah, and default is taken as medium. Like this. Okay, and let's not add the due date one. It's a little bit difficult. It's because it's type date and it can be a bit difficult later. So let's not do that now. And the thing we need is this one. This is the most important thing we need in order to map the user and the respective to-dos of that user. So we need user, and user is like of type mongoose dot schema dot types dot object id, and the reference is of our user and it should be required. And that's all we have to create for the model of to do. And let's break our timestamps. Timestamps we also do. So this much should be fine for our create to do model, to do schema. So we just have to create to do equals to mongoose dot model, and it should be of to do, and its schema should be to do schema. And it should be fine. Now we have to do is module dot exports equals to do. Yeah, fine. This much will be fine for our to-do model. And the main part is all about controller. And we forgot. We have to create a middleware. Okay, here. So middlewares. So we have created a folder. Inside that we need authentication middleware. Auth middleware dot this. So basically, in the middleware, what we do is we verify the token. And extract its ID, and we say from which that whose ID is that from the database, and we map the new to do come with that user in the database. So the things are just that like that. If you are confused, then we see on the chat GPT, it had gaps. Not like this, not this, not this, not this, not this one. Middleware. So yeah, it shows me like this. We need the JWT from the jsonwebtoken and user from the user model, and simply we have to get the token from the header of the request, and it should be splitted bearer token. It says like a bearer token. What is bearer token? You might have that question too. So let me show you what type of bearer token seems like. So let me go with advanced to do, and in the headers, I guess in the headers what on the authentication. Yeah, in the authentication we go for this bearer, and we enter the token over here. And if you send the token from here, then we can successfully saying the other things. So we will see that those when we are gonna test those. So before that, we just have to import some model stuffs and dependencies. Const dwt equals to require json with token, and the other thing we need is const user equals to require, and that is dot slash model slash its user model. JSON web token for validating the ID. I mean extracting the ID from that, and user model is for knowing who is the user from the database from that ID. So we generally take the const token from the header token. It's a bit confusing for me. Let me just copy this one. First we have to create a function. Exports dot auth middleware equals to request slash response slash next. So in the middlewares, generally it takes three values, that is request, response, and next. Next is for passing the next step, like going to the next step. Just like if we have a how can I say like that? Like if we are adding or creating a new to do, we have to identify that who is the user who wanted to add a to do app, and it passed through this middleware. I mean to say, before creating that model from the controller, we will have later. We will have the function for creating a model. I mean, with creating a to do. Before going through that, it goes through the middleware, and that happens in the root. And that middleware says whatever request comes from the header request.header like this, extract the token, and uh, and then it says like if there is no token, this says then say no token found. I'm just being very lazy for now, I don't know why. And after that we have to find the decoded token, and it's done like jw.verify and token and process that in env.jwt secret. So I don't know what I've kept in the jwt secret. Let's see. It's like nothing. Oh, let me add new jwt secret. Let me make all capital. It's small. Let me do happy ring. Let me go with this one. If I go with this, and I have to do is make a try catch block, and where in the try catch block we have to find const decorate equals to jwt dot verify. Sorry, verify. What is this? We have to pass the token. We have to pass that token and our jwt. Sorry, process dot env dot jwt secret. The same secret we will have used in the uh, same secret when we have used while generating that token. So whenever that token is generated, we use that secret key, and the same key will be used while verifying that token. And after verifying the token, we get our ID from that. So just like this, decoded ID we're gonna use, and we will keep that value in the requested user. So we do simply is request.user, request.user equals to Auth, and that we have to do is find from the database. Find. Oh, it's not async, so it's giving me error. Async, yeah. Find one by ID, and our ID will be like sorry, or what? Destructure form or not? No, it's not destructure form. Decoded dot ID, and from that we have to remove the password. So we say select and dash password. Sorry, it's hyphen password. While getting that user detail, we do not take the password. So that's why we do it's like this. And then after completing that, we have to simply do next. Go to the next method, whatever it goes to. And that is all about the middleware. And in case if there is any error, we have to just say register status 401 token invalid or expired, and just like stuffs like that. So all the thing happen in the middleware is this, and adding this much code is enough. Now after all the thing we have to handle is controller and the root one. So let me make a basic things from the root. Require you have to do is express and const router equals to uh, express dot router, and we have to simply export that module dot export equals to simply we have to do is this much, and we gonna have it's like this router dot get, and if we do like slash only, we have to do is get to do's and whatever there are, we are gonna have all of them. And before that we have to go through is our auth middleware. So auth middleware from this, and if we see like that over here, we have already done the export, so it's coming from here, and we are gonna use middleware or middleware, and after that we are gonna pass the function it gonna handle. The functions will be over here. So functions will be const todo equals to require dot slash model slash to do model. So since all we do about the to do, so it should be like to do model and mm, and we have to simply do exports dot get to do's. Get to do's equals to request slash response. It should be like this, and let's say we go for console.log for now, and all tasks listed here. For now, we'll say we go for this, and the route we say get to do's. So it's simply like does like this in our root section. So almost the basic things are done. Let's make all those functions. For that we have to do get export dot create to do's. One is this and another is exports dot update to do equals to request response like this. Exports dot like this delete to do equals to request response like this. All we have created those all controllers and we have to do some inputs from here, such like router dot create no create. What I'm doing, post, obviously post, and post we give like create to do. And before creating to do we have to obviously add auth middleware, and after that only we do create to do, and we say router dot patch and let's go for slash and we go for auth middleware force. Then after that only update to do, update to do, and router dot delete and it's be like slash auth middleware comma delete to do. So yeah, here's all we have in our router. So all the things we have to do left is only on the controller section, and after handling all those functions, all the logics, our work will be 90% complete, and we will just have to test over here. Let me see our level. It's like this. Our middleware is like this, and it's like this. Authorization. Yeah. If any error comes, I have to ask with ChatGPT. And I ask how, after that, going through the middleware, what changes will be done in the controller function to handle based on our user request and response. Just to give a simple example, and Git gives me to example like this. This is the before middleware. Before middleware, we just do is to get to do's. We just start find and return those, and after middleware, we have to do is const to do's equals to await find user and user requested user.id. It meant to say we have to find the to-dos on the basis of the user we have got. And user we have got will be like, let me show in the try catch block. Let me make it asynchronous, and const to dos. Uh, Let me first have one thing, const id. Yeah, we have to send user id. Yeah, let me see. You need that id. Yeah, you actually need a user id. If you do not have the id, then we obviously can't find based on that id. So let me find user id. Const user id equals to request dot user dot underscore id, and that underscore id is come from the middleware. Just like we have the value requested user equals to decoded id. I mean the user is from user is came from here, and that user is find from the decoded id, and that decoded id is used to find that id. And let's say const todos equals await and todo dot find only yeah, we do only find, and that is id. It sounds like user equals id. I don't know what is the difference in that. It sounds like users like this user. Oh yeah, because user is the, if you remember in the to do's model we have the value is to do. I mean user, and the user's type is like id, mongo schema object id, and the same object id is passed through is that id, and that is sent in that user. So user is our id, and that is sent to find that to do's. And after that, after getting that to do's, we have to simply response that in response to 200.json. Oh, okay. I'm also getting right now those things. Okay, it should be fine. It should be fine, yeah. And the error is like this. Let me cancel this and just simply send this, send like this. So get to do is done like this. In the same way, we have to do all things like create. So in a create, we have to take things like what do we have in the schema. We have title, description, completed, priority, and user. So let's not take in a structure form. We're gonna just create directly. Let's go like this, and if we do like taking the variety and we didn't send any description, it might show some error like that stuff. I don't know how to do that. Uh, it could be better if I directly catch up all and send in the value. Ha ha ha. Let me ask to GBD what it says. While creating the to-dos. When it comes to authentication, middleware controller and database. It's verify if the user is authenticated, and that is done by a middleware and after the controller and finally in database. The things happen is like that, and it has done like it. It also did in the same like I did in the controller, and the controller part it says like do the party. It also it extracted the things from the body, and the title is not required. Indian said like this, and really like this. Okay, Auth middleware from here, and save to do's be like, oh wait, say to do dot save. Huh? Uh, do we have to do like this? I'm confused. If we directly do to do dot create, then do we have to save that to do dot save? I don't think we have to do like this. If we directly do to do dot create and pass those values, let me see. Ask the chat GPT. Uh, if I directly do uh, to do dot create title and dot do I what is the difference? Let me ask what is the difference first. Set. What does it say? Let me see. Let's unpack the clear difference. The short answer boot will have save the document to your database. New to do plus create a new model instance first, then you manually save it. Yes, you need to call save. Shortcut creates plus save in one step. No. What happens here using the dot create is a shortcut. And once you create a new to do document, it saves immediately, return to the save document. You don't need to call the save again. And new to do plus save two-step process. Create instance was which to use simple direct process like create need to modify before saying to the slide. So while updating the things we gonna use like this, and if you are just creating a new one, it should be like this as what it says. Both are valid and both can be done in that way. So let me do this in a simple way. First of all, let me take the structure from where we need a title, description, description, and whatever we have completed. We do not have to do completed one. It's defaultly set on false. We have to do is priority. I have to take is priority, and one more thing. No. We only need to use three. Priority equals to request dot body. From requested body, we have to take all those three things, and we have to create const new to equals to await. Since it's not async, so let me make it async. Await to do dot create. Simply I have to pass is title, title and description, and then where is that priority, and then the user value should be from the auth middleware, and that is request dot user dot underscore id, and that is all we have to do. And after creating that, we have to simply response them as a status 200. Sorry, dot json. It's new to do, and that's it. We have to do I guess so. To create it, message. Yeah, it's the same one. And if by chance, if there is any error, let me, where is the one? Yeah, if by chance there is any error, we have to simply catch that error and response to the message. Server error. Let's not say it's be like server error. We have to mention what is the error though. So error dot message. Same over here. We have to mention what is the error. So error v error dot message, and that will be helpful while debugging. Okay, and let's do for delete for now. I'm being pretty lazy, and let's go for try catch block. And while deleting, we simply need is id, and id will come from parameter id equals to request dot params. Yeah, requested params doesn't it exist? Yeah, we have to send that in id params or not. And the thing in the root we have to do is like this id. Also in update we have to send it's like id. If we have that id, specific id to change or delete, then only we can do the changes over here. And that is like this request.id equals params. Yeah, we have to do like that. And after getting the to id, no. We authentication is already done, and we have to validate if the user is what? I'm confused again. What? What about working with update and delete? Don't I have to get tools ID from the parameter, and what is logic of the controller? You are thinking exactly like a backend real dev now. Oh my god. Yes, working with update and delete the roots, the to-dos ID usually comes from the URL params. You will combine that user verification so you can only modify your own to-dos. And what we have to do is, in our to-dos, we have to pass like this as I have already did, and the controllers. In the controller, we have to do in update request.params, and we have to take those all updated values, find to do, and ensure to do belongs. Yeah, I was talking about this. We have to ensure that to do belongs to that login user. So we have to do is like to do the user. Oh my god, what is this unauthorized? Yeah, I was trying to say that like if the user is authorized or not. So and then after that only we have to do is updating these all these updates, and after updating we have to do is simply save that. If it is title, do the title change. If it is no title, that's a simple logic, and the delete section is simply like that. Find the delete. First of all, we have to find the to do. If the to do is existed by that ID, we get from the params, and if the to do doesn't exist, we have to say to do not found, and we have to check if the user owns that to do, and that is done by like this to do dot user dot string. It's not equal, so request dot user dot id to string. So the string, the to do user must be matched with the user who is requesting, and that will came from middleware user.requested id and middleware. And after that, we have to say to do is to do dot delete one. Okay, I got the logic. Let me do that. Simply you have to do is const to equals to to do dot find one by id, and id should be id. And we say if the to do doesn't exist, we have to return race dot status. Let's we go for 400 dot status race dot status 400 JSON, and the message should be like to do not found. So the simple things is that before deleting that to do, we have to we have to see if that to do exists in a database or not. If that doesn't exist in a database, we have to simply return, and we have to check if the user is valid or not. So for that, we have to say to do dot user dot to string. We have to convert those IDs, object ID into string, and is not equals to request dot user dot id dot to string. That should both value should match, and then only we can. If that doesn't match, we have to say return race dot status 400 dot json, and the message should be like unauthorized for deleting. And after that, after validating the to-do exists and the user is the authorized user to delete that delete that to-do, then only with you the thing is to-do await. Yeah, we have to do await to-do dot delete one, and it should be I. Oh, yeah, it's not async command, so it's giving error. So it should be like delete one or delete one by ID. Oh, 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 it's not that this one. We have to simply do is to do dot delete one, something like this. Yeah, it's like that. Delete one, I mean to simply say message, that is registered message to do deleted successfully, and in the error we have to do like this. And the same issue here, it doesn't say error, what is the error, and that we have to do is error dot message. And yeah, the delete part is also done. The same thing we have to do with the update one, so let's go with that too. Try catch block. Let me just copy this end one as it is over here. and from here we need this one, the same, it's the same thing, like it's to do not found, and the same thing is with this one too. We have to validate if the user is authorized or not, then only we have to start making the changes. And one more thing we have missed over here is we have to take the structure form of title, description, priority, and only we need is on these three things from request, not body. So, oh no, why is this error showing? Oh no, there is not error. I'm just showing plate of it. Oh no, not how it. What I'm doing? Have I gone mad or what? I was about to do a sing and I did it. What? And okay, after that we have to see if there is title exist or not. If title doesn't exist, we have to say return. We have to do as return. Return. We have to return and say res dot status. I don't know what to keep status, but let's go for 400 for now. And the JSON message should be like title is required. And if the title exists, then we have to do is to do dot title equals to title. Yeah, simply we have to do is that. And also we have to check if the description exists. If a description exists, then we have to do dot description equals to description. And the same thing with priority. To do dot priority equals to do dot priority equals to priority. Yeah, all those values will come from there, and it will be values from changes when done. That is what we have to write or not. And after doing that, we have to simply update. I mean to save. We have to save that one. So simply, yeah, it has also done the same. Yeah, actually, also we have to do is complete it or not one. Yeah. We haven't done. Yeah, completed is missed from my part. In the update one, we have to do is complete. We have to take if the state is completed or not also. And is equals to boolean. We have to just change the value equals to like this. Let me just do over here after the title, and it's like done. Yeah, to complete it. Has it done the same by like this? Find one by ID, one, and then this ID is verified from this, and after that like this. Yeah, and we have to do is update that. Let's not do like that. Update it to do equals to do dot save, and and we have to simply send that in the response. Res.status, it's 200, and JSON is should be updated too. Let me just send like this message updated successfully, and noticing this. Yeah, it could be enough for this. Oops, is that done like this? Not this. To do. To do. Okay. Yeah, it should work now. Almost all the logics has been done well. Let me just do check now. npm start. Art middleware everything, small dislike things. But guys, be ready for the error. Obvious thing is we gonna have the error somewhere. Okay, just be ready. We have passed it, and we only have the model. The model roots also remove. No. We need is root. Let's open both roots for the auth root also and the to-do root also. Oh yeah, we have to follow. I forgot to add something over here. Const to do roots equals to require dot slash no, sorry, dot slash. It failed somewhere. Where is the roots? Root slash to do roots. Sorry. To do roots. App dot use, and we have to say app slash to do and we have to pass to roots. Okay, simply we have to do that, and we don't have run database yet, so let's go for mongodb over here. After running that, let me close the part over here, then if we cleared it, now I must go for npm start. Now it should work. Yeah, database connected, roots working well. I have done slash app and slash that one. So roots for login is as app slash login. For this we have to do is simply slash app slash to do. So let's go for slash app slash login, and in the body we have to send no not the login one. I have to go for register. Let me go for register one, and for the register let me have a new username, email and password. So let me check the to-do no, not to-do model. I need the user model. What is the username, email and password? So username is same. Let me go for username is happy coding. Password be don't take guys 7, and email address be gmail.com. So if I send a request to register, it should give me. Oops, why did me error? I am getting a syntax error. Haven't I run at localhost 3400 bad request? What? Why is this error coming now? Root registering. That's not registering. It's not registering. What? What is this error? Expected comma after validation. Position is 66. Let me just copy this one. As you are the decision part here, not a backend logic here. You might have sent. Oh, I just missed comma. What? Okay. I have successfully registered this new user, and let me just copy this one. It a new file. Later, it will be used. And the new token is this. So let me also copy this token. And keep here like this. And okay, after that we have to do is let's create a new to do. So our logic is app slash to do and the roots. So let me just remove the to do auth root one and auth controller also. Let me remove that. So I just need the root of to do slash it's slash one. So for the post, yeah, here the post, and it also create to dos. And for create to do, what there is, let me see, title, description, and priority. So I have to change the values. Title, description, title, description, and priority. So let me give a title for day one. No, day one of learning backend, and description be like. Right now I am learning user art system with Middlewares to create to-dos. Okay, and priority it should be like low. Let's go for low. It's not a much necessary or important thing. And in the authentication part, we have to simply place that token in here. We have to save that, and we have after saving, it will have to send request. So invalidate token or expired. What? Why it says the token is invalid or expired? Let me go for a controller. Let me see for a create message. So no, it doesn't came from here. It came from the middleware. And let me see the message. Error error message. Let me do some changes over here, and now again let me send the chain request. because user.find one by id is not a function. Huh? And maybe issue is over here. Here. Is that like that? There is not a function for request user find one by ID. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I'm confused. Where's my middleware? Middle on the where. Middleware. Where is middleware? Oh yeah, find my ID. Okay, let me send the request. Yeah, my new task has been created successfully, and the user is this, and the user is this, and that is came from our token. Yeah, okay, working fine correctly, and the user and the ID is totally same. No, not same. They are different. Here is this, and here is this. There is a little bit changes, I guess. Okay, and after that, let me do some changes over here. Let me create two tools. Title should be like I'm feeling bored. Let me just keep bored, and the description be like I am feeling bored, so I just came up with learning backend. It is very fascinating. Yeah, it should be fine. Let me save that and let me send that. Okay. So two to-dos have been created from the user one. That user is happy coding, and after that, let me also create one more user for register and okay. Let me copy this one also. Let me copy this one also and let me paste over here and let me just now copy this one and instead of that I need to do let me just do coding and in the email let me just do that school and the password is 789. Okay, I do not need the authorization token, so let me just save that and let me send request. So new token has been arrived for the second user, and let me paste over here. It's for second user. Oh no! I did save it. No, I don't want to save that. And after that, let me just copy this one and let me do this one. And let's not. And now is to do. After the to do, we have to change the token for that. And let me copy that token and keep that in Auth one. So let me save that in. Okay, the same task, same to do is has been added to the next user. Okay, and okay, now I need the not the post type. I need the get type, and it's the same to do. And I need to do from not this user. I need to do from the another user. The another user is this, and let me just copy and let me just paste over here. Let me send that. Oops, sorry, invalid token are expired. It says like that. Oh, sorry. Okay. That token has been expired, I guess. Let me go for login. Uh, Let me just make some changes over here. Reticai 789 it's what like, and it's like removing all this happy part. Okay, and let me have just this one and do the login. Let's do like this post type. So okay, I got the token for that user again, and let me update the token. And after having that token, I have to change that one, and I predicate one. Let me have this, and after that login, I have to do is app dot to do. So it is not like that. To do. Let me do like this, and yeah, my two to dos are being listed over here that I have created from that user one. Day one of learning backend. Right now I'm just yeah, I'm successfully retrieving the to-dos from those users, and I'm only receiving the use to-do from the that one only. And then let me do some changes. Let me do some changes also. Create and read it had happen. Let's me do with this. Let's copy this one and let's do some changes over here in the body. Authentication token should be like this same, and it should be like patch. And in the patch, bored, I'm feeling bored, priority, let's set the priority to the high. Let's set priority to the high, and completed be oh sorry, completed be true. Okay, let's go for true. And no, we do not give the value string. It should be like this one. True, and let's do the changes. It should be changes. I cannot patch the to do. Why is giving this error? Haven't I? Oh, I have to pass that ID also. Since I haven't passed that ID, so it didn't came. So the ID of that is this one. So let me just copy the ID, and in that ID I'm presenting the parameter. And now let's go for patch. Now it should work. Let me send that request. The same one. Let me go for the where is that controller? To do controller. The same thing is happen. Update one. There is no find one by ID function. I guess there should be same with this one. So okay, let me save that, and after doing some changes, let me do the send request. Cannot read the properties reading dot to string. Oh my god, the thing is error is in over here. Why is this error coming now? As per it says, I did the same thing. Dot to string. Yeah, as per it says, I did the same thing. To string dot to string. Then why it's showing me the error that reader property is undefined reading to string. Let me just copy the error and let me ask why is this error coming. I'm updating, so let me copy the part of update one. I was updating and it should win. It is a very common mistake while working with async. Now wait, let's break down. To do the user doesn't exist and okay, I haven't do the audit over here. I haven't done the audit over here. That's why it is giving me the error. I have the same thing over here. Okay, now it should start working. What? Updated successfully and the to do is empty. Why? Why is this so? Why is this so? Why is this so? Updated is successful, but the updated to is empty. Why is like that? Let me go like for this one. Get one send request. It hasn't changed. Yeah, it is updated. Its state has been updated, but I don't know why it's giving me the error. And let's go for fascinating and let's match. Uh, 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 boring. And I feel like I am dancing with the code. Okay, let me just have this one. And where's the C2 coming? Updated to do equals to update. Oh yeah, I haven't done the await one. So it's just some typical mistakes. It has happened. So after await, it should work. Maybe they have also shown the same message. Yeah, await here too, and await here too. Okay, and await. Yeah, now it should work. Let me see. And let me choose. I have done some changes. Send the request. Yeah, it's having done successfully. Okay, it's fine. It's working absolutely fine. Now let me just delete that one. I'm to do this. The thing is delete, and I'm to remove this one. Authentication token is same, and let me just do it to do this successfully. Okay, it's working absolutely fine. And let me see with another user, and that for that let me go with login. And for login, we have to do some. Let me just to remove the bearer token. For that, we have to do is post type. Body should be I have save over here. So let me just copy this one and paste here. And if I do login, I get a token, and I need that token. For here, no, here. So after that token, simply have to do is doing some changes, just like I did over here. Let me just copy this one. No. First, let me just do the get one. To do, let me just do with the get one. So let me see what does it says. Yeah, it shows only one that I have rated one for it. And after get, let me do the patch update. And for the patch update, let me just change the things over here. And for here, let me just completely send empty and priority set to high, and let me complete it. Let me make complete it be also true. If I run that, if I did that, then the authentication token will be verified, and after that it will be buried. And let me send that. Error can patch update. Oh, okay. The issue is same. We haven't then send the ID. So let me just send that ID over here and paste that. And now let me do patch and it should work. Yeah. So for the separate users, separately all those things are happening quite fine. Uh, you can see here. Let me just save this one by chance if I need later. Let me save a new file. Taste.txt. I have to save here. I don't need this token because these tokens will be very expired. I just need this one. Okay, should be fine. And yeah, you can see almost all is working absolutely fine. The description, okay, sports, yeah. Okay. Seems everything is done, and that's it for the today's episode. We successfully combined our Auth system and To-Do app, and we introduced middlewares to make sure only logged in users can manage their to-dos. And if you found this helpful or fun, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your suggestion or questions in the comments. Till then, keep learning, keep building, and always remember code your brain. Thank you.